Hi, this is Lucky from Great Gadgets and Gear. I'm shooting this on Easter, so happy Easter. Alright, I finally got the stuff together, found my camera, which has been missing for a few weeks, so I could get out this video on the Bose soundsport free. I picked these up at Amazon. With tax and everything, it was like 215 bucks. You can get them on the Bose site for $199.95, and they include free expedited shipping. Okay, this is the box that it came in when I got it from Amazon. Let's get some information on the back if you want to check that out. Sorry about the glare. Okay, inside, it's a nice presentation box. I mean, it's just a box, but for what you're paying for, I guess you get the nice packaging. Okay, I already took mine out. I've been playing with them. Here they are. It comes together like this. There's some information in here. Then you got different size earpieces. So you gotta check those out. And then the charging cord, which of course I already took out and marked. Okay, so now we got done with the boring box stuff. Let's get this out of here. Oh sure, and talk about a tight fit trying to get it out of there. Okay. So here they are in all their glory. Alright, let's go over some specs real quick. The case that they come in is 1.5 inches high by 4 inches wide and 1.9 inches deep. It's 2.8 ounces, so really, really light. The headphones themselves are 1.25 high, an inch wide, 1.2 deep, and they weigh a ½ ounce each. They are equipped with a lithium-ion battery, and it's 2 hours to charge these up. Now the case itself, it's a really nice case. I like it. It's very small, very compact. There's your charging port in there. It's lightweight. It's easy to put in your bag, your pocket, whatever. The button to open it also lets you know if they're fully charged or not, which is a nice feature that I like. The button does stick a bit, so sometimes you really got to kind of push on it to get them open. And there they are. The two lights on let you know that they're seated properly and that they are charging. Here's a little catch here. This is the part that catches sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to take out the earbuds real quick. And then the case, you can see the contacts that they must sit on so they charge. They sit in there really nice. The case, the cover won't close if they're not in there properly. Alright, so there's the case. Alright, here's the earbuds. They are quite large. Some people complain about them a lot. Being a Bose product, I expected they would be large to get a good quality sound. There's the charging port contact points. And then your little earpieces. They just pull right on, right off. And there's a little hook here. You can see that. That keeps them in place when you put them on. You just stretch them over. And there they are. So you want to make sure you get a good fit with those. So try on all the pieces, find the one that works for you. Color-wise, they come in black. These are the midnight blue. I really like them. And they also come in this really bright orange. And I think the backs are blue or black on the orange ones. I like these though. Nice color. Now the sport tips, these pieces here that go in your ears. I tried on all three of mine and I found the ones that I feel fit the best. They're a very tight fit in my ear. If I wear them for a really long period of time, they actually hurt when I take them out. But they're not going anywhere. When I put these in my ear, they're staying in there. They're in there. It's great. So after a while, though, you do get used to the extremely tight fit. Okay, also, what else we got? Now, when you just put these in your ears, these are really interesting. I own a lot of different headphones, a lot of different styles, shapes, as far as the attachment, how they fit in your ears. These are amazingly well designed. They fit very well. They're very easy. When you stick them in your ear, you turn them back a quarter of the way, and they like lock in your ear because this gets tucked into that section of your ear. They stay in there really good. I wear these to the gym. I wear them at work. They stay in really well, sweaty. They don't pop out when I'm sweating. Not that I sweat heavily from my ears or anything, but, running off your hair and stuff. Now, this is the main earbud, which is the right one. If my camera will focus, I got to get a new camera. If you guys can recommend a camera that does good video and photos, please let me know. I have this Nikon, and it's not cutting it. Okay, so anyways, try and do this here. It has your volume controls. They're very hard to click when you're in your ear, but they're you're clicking them. You can feel it when you depress them. So you have your lower your volume, up your volume, and then you have your master control in the center on the right earpiece. And what that does, you can answer phone calls with it. It's multifunction, so you will also be able to change, play, pause, skip, skip a track. So I don't use it because I just use the controls on whatever I'm using, my phone or my iPod. This is connected to both my phone and my iPod. The left piece is strictly for music only. So if you have these in your ears and you're listening to music and the phone rings, this one will shut off, this one will answer the call. After your call is done, this one will reconnect. So I thought that was kind of a cool feature. Now, as far as the phone goes and the quality of this, I found that the earpieces are very... See, this camera just doesn't want to focus. Sorry about this. They're very muffled. When you just put them in and there's no music playing, you're just hearing people in the background, it's muffled, which is good. You want it to be to block some of the ambient noise. But now when you're on the phone taking an actual phone call, my experience has been that the person on the phone, even though it's crisp, their words and stuff are crisp and clear, they are muffled in a way. It's kind of hard to describe. It's not that the call it's not that they're not clear. It's not tinny sounding or anything. It's just muffled, like they're kind of faded in the background. So my opinion is they're adequate for a phone call. I mean, it works. It does what it's supposed to do. I don't find that it's as crisp and as clear as it should be, like the person is right in front of you. It's more like the person is way in the background. For me, that's fine, though. I did not purchase these for a phone call. I purchased them for the music. Now, on the music end of this, okay, I looked at all the reviews. I've looked at all the complaints, because that's usually the first thing I look at when I look at reviews is the complaints. Because, some people just are misinformed. Sometimes there's, they skip a step of something they're supposed to do, or whatever it could be. But I always check them out first. A lot of the reviews there were complaints about connectivity. Bose has an app for this product, which allows you to find them when they're lost. I'll go into that a little bit later. But it gives you updates and stuff. These were purchased. I have not updated them. I wanted to see how they performed right out of the box, and I've used them for over a month now to see. My first few weeks, I had no problems whatsoever with these at all. They work perfectly, which is weird. I did not update them in between that time. After that period was over, then I started hearing and getting some of those problems other people complain about, which is you'll be listening to them, all of a sudden the music will go from here, jump over to here, come back to here, then they'll both turn back on. I've had them shut down automatically on me for no apparent reason. Just in the middle of a song, boom, they make their little bleepy noise and they shut right off. They turn right back on, but it is a little annoying. At first I didn't think nothing of it because my work, I work around a large amount of metal. So I thought maybe there was some interference from that. And at the gym, there is a large amount of metal. But like I said, for weeks, they were perfectly fine in those environments. So I'm a little confused. Bose has gotten many, many complaints about this. Apparently, they're trying to address them. They're trying to do updates to fix the problem. As far as I know so far from my last update from their website, they think they've been successful, but customers are still complaining that they're not successful. Like I said, I have not updated mine, partly because the problems I'm experiencing are here and there. It's not on a regular basis. And I'm almost afraid if I update, they might become on a regular basis. It could clear up with it. I'm not sure. Right now, I'm not willing to take the chance because right now they're not much of a nuisance for me. The sound with these, to me, it's Bose. I own a tremendous amount of Bose products. They're expensive for, the average person, but they're great quality. They're Bose. You do get what you pay for in certain things. So I would definitely spend the money in Bose. These, they reduced the price. They were $250. Now they're down to $200, probably because of some of the problems. But the sound quality is amazing. Bose, to me, their whole reputation is their bass. They bring bass into the smallest compact profiles. Whether it's their, this is their first generation speaker. I also have their travel speakers. I have several headphones by them. But the bass quality in their products is just absolutely amazing. They're very clear, very crisp sounding. I love it. I wish they had a little bit more volume than what they have. You can crank them to the highest level, and like some of their other products, they do not distort. That is an amazing thing to claim, that you do not get any music distortion, especially at high levels. So that's one of my favorite things about these. They do have a Bluetooth antenna in here. So you can hook up, like I said, to their app. Now their app, for updates and stuff like that, it's fine. Their thing about how you can find, like if you lose one of these, you can go to their app, connect, and find where you last had the product. To me, when I tried it, it's very rudimentary. It's not very precise. It'll give you an area, like if you look on it, it's like a map on GPS. It'll like show you, you left them in the neighborhood of where your house is. I mean, it's not pinpoint accuracy. They're not going to tell you left them in the locker room in the gym. You're just going to get a general position. Just so you know that up front. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So, overall, my opinion on these. The battery life. Battery life, that's another interesting little problem I've noticed too. You can see there it's fully charged. Now after I wear these at work for 2 or 3 hours, obviously I run them down a little bit. I throw them back in the case. If you take them out of the case right away, of course they're not going to be fully charged. It still takes them time to charge from within the case. But what I have noticed though is sometimes I've thrown them back in the case. I go back to them the next day, put them in my ears. They say they're only at 80%. That I do not understand. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough to make me wonder why they're not correcting that, because that is a problem. I mean, you're supposed to get 2 complete charges from this. It's supposed to take, they'll hold their charge for 5 hours. This is supposed to have 2 complete charges. But so that's a problem I'd probably, send to Bose. As far as battery life using them, I haven't pushed them all the way to the 5 hours, only because I'm really busy. And I think the longest I did push them and there was still battery left was 4 hours. And there was absolutely no problem as far as that went. Okay, so the pros and cons. For me, the price wasn't that bad. I thought it was pretty reasonable for what you're getting. The sound is absolutely fabulous. The bass is just perfect. Love the bass. The earpieces is pro and con. They do have a tight fit. They can irritate a little bit if you have smaller ears. I have smaller ears. But they definitely stay in. Definitely. At the gym, it's great. They don't fall out. I can move my hair around. That's That's why too the big jumbo size doesn't really bother me. I have long hair, so my hair hides them really good. Nobody even knows I have them in. Let's see, what can we give you as a size comparison for how jumbo these things are? Here's a quarter. Everybody knows what a quarter is. So you can see, you can hold a quarter up to your ear, at least for the width of it. It's about a quarter. A little more than a quarter width. Quarter is a good measurement for these. So that doesn't really bother me at all. The lost earbud tracking thing, again, it's basic, but at least you have it, so you have some idea. You know, if you left them at your friend's house who lived 3 towns away, at least you have that idea. The cons, what I didn't really care for these is the issues, the switching back and forth, though it's not too often right now. It's irritating. Definitely the turning off out of the blue, that I do not like. That they really need to address with some kind of software update if they can. Not always charging fully in the case, especially after they've been in there overnight. That is another issue I do not like. I end up, just to be safe, plugging this thing in the wall all the time, thinking maybe there's some kind of fault with the case. There are some issues with this that Bose really still needs to work out. They're a leader in the industry. They have a really great product here if they can work out these bugs. The price point is fine for where it's at because of the bugs. I mean, I know it sounds expensive, but when they do work, they work extremely well. The only last con I have about it is the muffled sound on the phone. But again, I didn't buy it for that reason. So, sorry this video got out so late. Like I said, I'm in the market for a new camera. As soon as I get a decent camera, I'll be churning out some more videos, better quality, and hopefully more often. So, thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you liked this review. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you know where I can get a decent camera, please help me out. This is Lucky from Great Gadgets and Gear. Have a happy Easter and a safe weekend. You take care. Till the next video.